All right, guys, Coach Carson here, and today we're going to be going through an upper body mobility routine. So we're going to be stretching out the shoulders, we're going to be stretching out the chest, we're going to be stretching out the back, and we're also going to be stretching out the triceps and a little bit of the biceps, and as well the wrists and the forearms. We might as well stretch as well a little bit of your lower back here too. So the first one we're going to start with is we're just going to start with a basic shoulder stretch, okay? So bring your arm out in front from here. You can have your elbow bent if you'd like, or keep it straight. Whatever your preference is, you should feel this one in the front of your shoulder. So whatever you like there, if you feel a little bit more when you do have your elbow bent, go for it. If you have your arm straight, either or, whatever your preference is. Like I said, we're gonna hold this for about 45 seconds to a minute per side for this one. You can sit however you like, crisscross applesauce, the legs out, whatever your preference is, whatever's comfortable. You can also stand if you prefer that. That part is totally up to you. But you do have another 15 seconds or so here, then we'll switch to the other side. Remember, arm out in front. Perfect. Okay, now you're just going to switch. Same thing on the other side. Once again, here you can either have your elbow bent or have your arm straight, whatever your preference is for that. You should definitely be feeling this one, like I said, right in the front of your shoulder here. Focus on deep breaths in and out through the nose. If you like to, you can close your eyes. Use this time to rest. Use this time to recover, de-stress. Another 15 seconds or so here. Good. Okay. So now the next one that we're going to do here is we're just going to do a little bit of a neck stretch, okay? So when you're doing this one, what you want to think about is tilting your neck to one side, okay? As you do so, we don't want to tilt it too much. If you like, you can place your hand on your head and on your chin, just so that you can hold it there in place and then twist. But from here, you just want to think about, guys, a slight neck bend. So don't bend to the point where it hurts. Just bend till you feel a slight bend here in your neck. Hold that position. If you like, if you want to extend it out a little bit more, place your hand down on the floor. Once again, you're only leading to the point of feeling this slight stretch in your neck. We're only going to do this one for about 30 seconds per side here. So again, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Okay, return to the starting, and now switch to the other side. Same thing. Once again, you just want to rotate slightly. As you do so, it's up to you. You can place one hand on top of your head, one on your chin. That part is up to you. If you like to hold it in place and you want to feel a little more comfortable, otherwise just hold your hand on the floor. And from here, you should just be twisting. So you just want to side bend to one side here. You don't actually want to be twisting at your neck, just bending to one side, extending. You should feel it right through the neck here. Another 10 seconds or so here. Good. Okay, bring it back in. Okay, now we're going to do a bear hug. This part is totally up to you as well. You can do this from the standing position, or you can do it from the seated position, whatever your preference is. You have one hand underneath your armpit, one hand over top of your shoulder blade. From here, you're going to think about pulling your shoulder blades apart. So instead of like when we're usually retracting our shoulder blades, like in an exercise by squeezing our shoulder blades back and down, what you want to think of instead is you're going to protract them, bring them forward. One hand underneath your armpit, one hand over top of your shoulder. From here, tuck your chin towards your chest. You should feel this stretch right through your upper back. We're going to hold this for about 45 seconds or so here. One thing to keep in mind when you're in this position, you don't want to be slouched forward. You still want to be in that upright position, but from here, you're going to slowly hunch forward, tucking your chin in towards your chest. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Once again, feel free to close your eyes. Take this time to rest, de-stress. You should definitely feel this one right through the upper back. Big, deep breath in and out. Through the nose if you can. Another 15 seconds or so here. Okay, guys, perfect. So now let's stretch out the lower back here as well as the abdominal region. Okay, so let's go on the floor. From the floor, what we're going to start with here is we're going to start with your cobra. Now, you do have a couple options for this one. I'm going to show it from the hardest version to one that's slightly easier. So from here, you want to come up, bring your shoulder blades back and down, lift your chin, look towards the ceiling, and you want to have your feet flat on the floor. Now, if you find that this is tough, not a problem. What you can do is come a little bit lower and then lift your chin up. Okay? From here, though, you want to have your waist on the floor, and you do want to straighten those arms out. Just a slight micro bend at the elbow. Lift your chin towards the ceiling. Feel that right through your lower back, right through the abdominal region. Once again, 30 seconds or so here. And we're going to push right back into child's pose. Push your hips back, have your arms out in front. From here, you're going to drive your hands out forward, okay? Hold this position. So you're going to have your head on the floor. You want to push your hamstrings back towards your heels and then stretch your arms out in front. We're going to hold this position for about 30 seconds or so here, and then we're going to go through thread the needle. Alright, so we can get into thread the needle here. So what we're going to do for this one, guys, is you are going to bring your arm underneath. Now, you do have the option for this one. You can either stay in the child's pose, push your hips back, drive your arms out in front, and then bring your arm underneath, lean to that side and look. Or if you find that's a little too tough, not a problem. What you can do is you can just be on all fours, and then you can slide, okay? Whatever your preference is for that one, just keep in mind if you are doing your child's pose here, you can get the added benefit of stretching out your lower back at the same time. Stretch that arm out, look to that side, bring your ear to the floor, hold this position. We're going to do this one for about 30 to 45 seconds per side here. Take deep breaths in and out. Through the nose. Another 10 seconds or so here. Okay, good. Nice and slowly back up to the starting position. Now we're going to just switch. Same thing on the other side. Push your hips back. From here, drive your arm down, chin towards the ceiling, and then from here you're going to look. So, once again, ear towards the floor, chin's kind of looking towards the ceiling here. From here, stretch that arm out, and one arm up over top. Like I said, you can either stay in this position or push your hips back, whatever your preference is there. We're going to hold this for about 30 to 45 seconds here. Okay, bring it through. Now we're going to go into is we're going to do our forearms. We're going to stretch them out. We're also going to stretch out our wrists a little bit here. Okay, so from this position, what do you want to think about here? So in your hands so that you can have them flat on the floor facing back towards you. Okay, so from this position, if you lean back, you're going to provide a little more stretch on the forearms and through the wrist. And then if you slightly lean forward, you're going to take that tension off. So that part is definitely up to you. If you find that this is really tough, you can't do that, you can face your hands out to the side, and then you will be able to stretch it out a little bit easier. That's only if you find that is a little too tough. Have your hands back and stretch out your wrists and stretch out your forearms like this. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Another 10 seconds or so here. Okay, now we're going to get into a scorpion. We're going to go into a scorpion hold though for this one. So you're going to come to the floor in the T position. In the T position here. Now, we're stretching out the chest, we're also stretching out the shoulder. So what you want to think about for this one, guys, you're going to lean over to one side. When you lean over to one side, you have the option of having your foot flat on the floor or making a kickstand by placing your heel on the floor. And from here, you want to look to that side. Making sure as you do so here, you should feel that stretch in your chest. You should feel that stretch in your shoulder. Look up towards the ceiling. If that is a little too tough, you can keep your ear on the floor. We're going to hold this one for about 45 seconds per side. So once again, that part is up to you with your foot. If you want to make a kickstand on the floor by placing your heel on the floor, go for it. If not, you can have it onto the floor. Whatever your preference is there, guys, whatever you feel more comfortable in. Remember, we're stretching out our shoulder here and we're stretching out the chest, a little bit of the lower back as well. If you have any lower back problems, you might find it's a little easier to do the kickstand. You can figure that out yourself. Try and see which one works best for you. Another 10 seconds or so here. Now, very, very slowly bring your leg up over top, onto the floor. Slowly roll back to the T position. And then from here, same thing on the other side. Bring your one leg up over, swooping from here. Have your ear on the floor, look up towards the ceiling. Once again, you can either have your leg crossed over or you can bring it up to the kickstand position, whatever your preference is. Do this one once again, right through the chest, right through the shoulders. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Another 10 seconds or so here. And once again, nice and slowly bring that leg over top and come right back to the starting position, right back into a T here. Okay, now we're gonna come up to your feet. So for our next stretch here, just find something you can hold on to, a doorway, a fridge handle, whatever your preference is. We're gonna stretch out the shoulders, stretch out the chest. So I'm gonna use this window here. What you wanna think of is having your palm flat against it, step on out, look over your opposite shoulder, feel a big stretch right through your chest, right through your shoulder as you twist. Now make sure you're not looking towards the same side, you're not going to get much of a stretch. Rotate, look over your shoulder and hold. We'll hold this one for about 45 seconds per side here. Big deep breaths in and out through the nose. Got our 20 seconds or so here. Big deep stretch. Okay, then whenever you're ready, same thing. We're just going to switch to your other side. One hand on the wall or wherever you need to hold on to. Look over your opposite side. Look over your opposite shoulder. Big stretch through the chest and through the shoulder. Again, about 30 to 45 seconds per side. Let's hold this one for about 40 here. Another 20 seconds or so here. And you're gonna come out of that nice and slowly. Okay, for the next one, what you can do is same thing. Grab a wall, grab a doorway, whatever you need to do. We're gonna stretch out our lats. So you're gonna have your hands on your doorway or wherever it is. From here, what you want to think about is pushing your hips back, slight bend in the knees, and you're going to line up your biceps beside your elbows. From here, you should feel this one right through your lats. Hold this position. All right, we're going to hold it here for about 30 to 40 seconds. Once again, you should feel this one right through your lats, right in the back. Big deep breaths in and out through the nose. All right, come out of that one. Okay, now we're going to go into a tricep stretch. Once again, feel free to do this one from the floor or you can do this from the standing position. Since we're already up here, let's go for it. Grab the top of your elbow. You can slowly pull. Stay in the upright position here. Okay, you just want to pull on the elbow. Stay in that position. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Got another 15 seconds or so here. And you can switch to your other side. Same thing, big deep breaths in and out through the nose. Another 10 seconds or so. Just like that. Okay. We're gonna come on down to the floor now. We're gonna get into a cat-cow here, okay? So for your cat-cow, this is gonna be for your lower back, but we're gonna go through this together. So from the floor, what you wanna think about here is you are going to be on all fours, shoulders back and down. From here, what you wanna think about is you're gonna extend. So from here, you're gonna push your hips back. From here, you're going to suck your stomach in, and you're gonna push on your shoulder blades. So push on that shoulder blade. From here, you want to think about having your back bent. Then from here, you're gonna have your shoulder blades back and down. Lift your chin towards the ceiling and hold this position. That's gonna be your cat-cow. So once again, suck your belly button through your spine. Bring your spine back up towards the ceiling, and then bring your shoulders back and down. Push them down. Keep your chest up. Once again, from here, shoulder blades in, push your spine towards the ceiling, and then shoulder blades back and down, and look up with your chin. Another 2 here. Once again, inhale, push your belly button back through your spine. Inhale as you come in, lift your chin up towards the ceiling, and 1 more. And down. Exhale. Good. Okay, guys, awesome job today. Good work.